All right. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So, this is going to be the start of a new series. It's going to run for the next 90 days. So, we'll kind of see where things end up after that. I'm just going to quickly kind of go over what this series is about, and kind of as the weeks and months go on, I'll get more into the project and what I'm working on and give you a bit more information. But basically, this is going to be a series just to get back into writing. For those that have been following my channel, that have been following my work, I ended up taking this summer off. My new book came out back in July, and for anyone that bought a copy, thank you so much. The kind of early reviews have come in, and I've been very, very fortunate. So thank you guys again for leaving such nice comments and nice reviews. And so with it, I decided to take the kind of summer off because I was doing some of that promotion, and I just wanted to take sort of a short break from writing, especially between projects. And so what I'm doing now is I'm getting back into writing for my next book. So what you're seeing on screen here is the very early draft of my next novel. I'm jumping in with a first draft that's maybe, we'll just say 50% of the way written. And so my goal is, over these next 90 days, is to jump back into the story and really just to move forward. I don't have any expectations of if I'll get a first draft completely done in these next 90 days. If I'll kind of get a first draft done and then go on to edits and revisions, I don't know. I'm jumping into this into kind of a mass of confusion. This is going to be a project that's going to take quite a bit of time, and for me, again, this is just a way just to kind of focus, to get me back into the writing mind, and a chance maybe to vent a little bit. For those that have seen my old blog, or I guess vlog, which I called Write Every Day, you knew that a lot of what I was doing was basically complaining about my projects and kind of musing about the writing process as a whole. And that's more or less what this is going to be. It's going to be very, very similar to that kind of original style. I don't plan on doing any kind of like high level of production at all, so it's going to be very, very bare bones. And yeah, so we are back. Day one was absolutely miserable. I am already I'm dreading this mess already. It's kind of funny because you sort of jump back into projects when you're feeling the most motivated. You kind of come back into these things when you have like that the muse, right? When the spark's hitting you, that's usually when people jump back into projects. The muse hits you, and you sit down and you start working, and you get maybe a few days, if you're lucky, maybe a week, perhaps even two, where the muse is just hitting you, writing's clicking, and you're so passionate and you love the project, and things then begin to take a dive. That is true of basically any project you ever do. So any kind of creative work, that's more or less how it works. The muse is the spark. It gets you going, but it will not sustain you at all, which is why so many writers, authors, it's creatives will always talk about how you need to work in spite of being motivated, in spite of wanting to show up. Right? I've used the analogy of the gym before. The people that get into shape, that are fit, are the ones that work out on days when they don't feel like it. Because most of the time you don't, and most of the time the muse does not hit you. And so today, I jumped back in. It was already a predetermined day for me to start today, and it not only did the muse not hit, I'm jumping back into this absolute mess of a project. A lot of what you're seeing here, especially like the first half of my session, was simply me just rereading stuff, making little notes and corrections, little small grammatical changes, and just refamiliarizing myself with the story and basically where I left off. It's it's going to be a challenge. This is going to be a very, very difficult project. I'll go more into it, what it's about, again, in a video coming up. But Yeah, my word, this is just going to be an absolute nightmare. uh, which is true. Which is true of any project. I said that about Crease. I said that about going over. Every one of my novels, I've said before, this is going to be an absolute nightmare, and it always is. Um, it's always to I guess to quote Guillermo del Toro, every creative project is always a shit sandwich. It's simply that the longer you do it, the more bread you get. And for me, it's gonna be that. Fortunately, my first drafts aren't as bad as they used to be. So it's just slightly a little bit better, but it's still an absolute mess. There's a ton of research I'm going to have to do, especially for the second half of this novel already, that I'm kind of dreading doing. And boy, just the language and everything, yeah, it's frustrating. I'm already jumping in, already frustrated, and thank God I have something like this to kind of push me, because knowing that I have to get up every day now for the next 90 days and write this out is going to be the biggest motivator. So with that, I suppose I'll sign off here, and you will all see me tomorrow for day 2 of 90. And just, good Lord, this is going to be a challenge.